Grief is strange. It can manifest in so many different ways, psychologically, emotionally, and physically. It is a very individual thing. The process of grief will be unique to each individual being. And many people who have not experienced this just won't understand. It won't make sense to them when you try to explain it. Perhaps because it's so unique to you. This can be quite isolating. Grief can be a lonely place. But don't despair. We're going to work through that. Many people have been through this process, and it is confusing, it is lonely, it is chaotic, can be very demoralizing, feel like it's going on forever, just cannot see the other side of it. This is all part of the process. And there are ways to just make things a little more comfortable for you. It's never going to be fully comfortable by its own nature. It has to have some element of pain to it. But there is a way through. Grief can rise up and overwhelm when you least expect it, and when it's least convenient for it to do so. And because it does this, we can find ourselves very frustrated, very demoralized. Just as we felt we were getting somewhere, just when we began to feel things lightening up, maybe things are starting to become a little lighter, a little easier, suddenly we come crashing right back down again. We feel like we've gone backwards. This can be so demoralizing, so frustrating, draining. But don't despair. In time, these surges, swells and waves, they will diminish. And this feeling won't overwhelm you anymore. So firstly, understanding that your unique individual expression of grief, however it manifests for you, is exactly right. So beginning with a sense of just allowing. For some people it may be more psychological, a heaviness, a darkness, a greyness, blankness. Or there may be turmoil of the mind, memories, fears of the future. Chaos. Perhaps it's the emotional, constantly shifting and changing emotions, strange emotions as well, but emotions you wouldn't associate with grief. You may suddenly have swells of rage alongside the sorrow, the sadness. Rage, fear, and this can lead us to feeling very guilty. We feel like where are feelings of anger coming from? And so then we feel guilty for our own emotions. I feel resentment. And then on the days you are feeling happy, you'll feel guilty for feeling happy. This is all part of the confusing miasma of grief. You just don't know what's coming next. Or perhaps you feel it more physically, heaviness in the chest, headaches, tight gut, tight back, feeling sick. Or perhaps you feel all three, psychological, emotional, and physical. Or maybe you alternate between a little bit of everything. Just understand, however it's manifesting for you is exactly how it should be. So we can just begin to release a bit of that confusion and release a bit of that the cognitive need to fully understand everything, to try and predict things. Just beginning to ease that off. Instead, a sense of acceptance, just in a sense of trust that however this individual expression wishes to unfold, we can choose to give it the space to unfold however it wants to. However the grief wishes to be seen, be felt, be known, be loved. It's not our decision how this goes. Grief will have its own form and has its own timeline. It has its own schedule. This is why it rises up when it's not convenient for us. We have our own schedules, but this is the realm of the heart, not the realm of the head. And the heart could not be less interested in our timelines and our schedules. So, it can be very beneficial, very healthy, to take time each day to intentionally give space and energy, attention and awareness to the grief itself. Could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But setting that time aside each day is a powerful signal to yourself. It is a message that you send to the grief itself to say, I acknowledge you. I know you are there. To say to the grief, I am not going to try and bury you. I'm not going to try and avoid you. I'm not going to try and distract myself away from you. I'm going to give this time and space to just allow it to be there, to just allow you to be seen, to be felt, to be known, to be loved. And this is not to engage with memories or thoughts. It is not to get up in the cognition. And look, I don't know who or what it is that you've lost. There are many of these things. Grief is about loss. Could be people, pets, circumstances, health. Could be so many different things. A relationship. All of these things can result in deep, profound grief. But just for the time of the meditation, and we're going into this here, we're not going to engage so much with the cognitive. This can be really tricky, I know, but this can be crucial in lovingly helping us get to the other side of this process. We're not going to engage with the narratives, the story. We're not going to engage with the words and the images. There's time for all that later, another time. But this is the realm of the heart of the grief itself. And so when we sit in the meditation to give grief its space, to give grief attention and love, we're not going up into the mind to do any remembering or thinking about people or things or situations or relationships, whatever it is. We're not going up into that. Go to the feeling, go to the emotion. For 10 to 20 minutes, this is a profoundly loving intention towards yourself. Give yourself just a little break, a breather. And we get that breather by going towards the feeling. Not saying, I'm going to try and get rid of you. I'm not going to try and avoid or bury or fix or change or even heal. I'm just going to let you be as you are. By sending this message to the grief itself, it will no longer catch you unawares. It will no longer blindside you when you've been having a good day and it suddenly rises up and drags you down. Because it knows it will get your attention at these set times each day. It's a loving, gentle agreement with your own grief that there is time and space for this, that you choose to acknowledge this awful, debilitating feeling, however it manifests for you. You choose powerfully to accept it. To say, I see you, grief, and I know you are an expression of love. We may still get times when it's strange and rises up when we weren't expecting it. That will still happen during these rocky periods, but it won't threaten to overwhelm you anymore. So how to do this? Well, let's begin here to do this as a formal practice. So this is what I would recommend as the formal practice of meditation for grief. Begin by breathing. Just allow the breath to rise and fall. And we are not forcing now. This is not a meditation about control. This is not a meditation for constriction. We are just allowing things to be as they are. So allow the breath to be as it is. And the only task here is pure awareness. Just be aware of the sensations of breathing. Allow the breath to rise, allow the breath to fall. And in time, we may notice that the breath deepens itself, or it may not. But just focus attention on the breath whenever you find you've wandered up into those unbearable states of mind. And they do become unbearable, I know. And I know this is not easy. Simple, absolutely easy, that's another story. So when we find, which is almost inevitable, we're going to be going up into the mind, lost in painful memories, painful thoughts of future, narratives, just for this time, don't go up into that. Instead, go to the breath. It's always here, always available to you. Just breathe. Now we find that bringing our attention into the breath allows us to become present, meaning just the here and now. And whatever is present in the here and now, we can handle in the external or internal world. Just a sense of being aware of what is and noticing there is a serenity to this. There is a stillness to now. Just this. Don't go up into the mind. But if you find you do keep going up into the mind, don't be frustrated. This is all part of the natural process. Upon noticing you have gone to the mind, just go back to the breath. Gently escort attention back to the sensations of breathing And that brings us into the present moment, just this now, nothing else. The pain in the mind relates to future and past. There is no future or past, there is only now. So just this, just this. Very good. Now, become aware of the body, the sensations in the body, but see if it's possible to apply a sense of non-analytical awareness, just raw experience. We may notice tension, tightness, discomfort, even pain in areas of the body. But if we just dropped those words, just instead just brought ourselves fully into the actual felt experience, just a knowing of what's already here. In its entirety, a full, radical opening here, a total acceptance of all areas of the body. You may find, curiously, there are pockets of grief that are being held in the body. Just notice, just notice. This is not the time for control or change. This is not the time even for fixing or healing. Time for all of that at another time. This is just for awareness. This is just for your own knowledge. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. There's no rush. There is no hurry to heal. This will all heal naturally in its own time. There is no rush. Just know. Understand. Become so intimately connected to the grief that you can feel it in the body. You know where it is. And there is a sense of safety here, just by coming to understand how the grief operates within you. So taking a moment here to just flood the body with pure awareness, but without any naming, any labeling, any opinions, none of that. Instead, just a pure experience. And see if anything interesting, surprising comes up for you in any particular area of the body. Very good. And now coming to a space of this pure, loving awareness. And first, to just understand what is meant here. Loving awareness is an awareness of pure acceptance. A total and complete acceptance. Love is unconditional, meaning we don't need anything to be a certain way in order to love it. Love is just love. And we will apply this unconditional love to the feelings, to the emotion, to the bodily sensations, and even to our cognition, thinking. Because this will stop us from feeling guilty and confused and frustrated and demoralized. Love prevents despair because we take this courageous stand to apply the power of love towards this often painful and confusing inner turmoil. And by applying this love, everything smooths out and it won't be turmoil anymore. The feelings will still be there. They are an expression of love, a deep sorrow for the loss. So we're not trying to diminish, dismiss, invalidate, or get rid of any emotion. Instead, it's a total loving acceptance. And knowing that even in the presence of deep, powerful emotion, we can still be free, at peace. So to do this, using loving awareness, begin to invite, however the grief manifests for you, and the intention is to simply say, you are welcome here. This is the space to be known. We can give the body to this. And just how curious that this emotion, this phenomena is when it's allowed out of its hiding place. And this is not the time for taking notes or writing down, or it's just an awareness. Just do not touch it. Don't touch it. Don't get involved. Just don't get involved at all. The only task here is to expand, to become so open, to become the empty container in which all feeling is allowed to rise and flow through. If we start applying narratives, if we start applying cognition, that's a form of getting involved and trying to constrain the feeling. This is not what we're doing now. Take a moment here to just allow and even to invite the grief up. Even, and I know this is hard, but you will know the particular manifestation of grief for you that is the most unbearable. Mentally, emotionally, physically. Could be a memory, could be an emotion, could be physical pain. Whichever it is that you find the most distressing. This is safe now. You are in the safe space for this to happen. Open, empty, unconditional love. Accept. Accept. This is here. It is. Obviously, we'd rather it was different, but it's not. It's already here. So just courage. You have this strength. You have strength. Powerful forces are with you. You have this strength. Even the deepest, grimiest parts, it's a beginning to shine the light of love onto that. Even that, even that, even that. Yes. That pang of sorrow. That memory. Give it space. Let it be. If you need to be sad, be sad. If you need to cry, then cry. However the body needs to move and react, let it do it. This is the release. Crying is the release. The bodily movement is the release. The change in thoughts is the release. Just let it be. Don't get involved. Just even those nasty parts of this feeling. Love, 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 love. That is all. And no matter what pain arises or how deep it becomes, just meet the intensity of the emotion with the same intensity of love. But we cannot try to love something in order to get rid of it. That's not how love works. We love it in order to welcome it, to integrate, to welcome these feelings home. And say it is okay to be here. In the form that you arise in, whatever emotion that is, whatever feeling that is. So however acute or intense the emotion becomes, just meet it with the equal amount of love. And there is great safety here. Something changes. Not so tight or constrained. Something changes. A familiarity begins, a sense of emotional comfort. And you gain a deep knowledge of yourself that is so profound. Profound and strong. Notice drifting up into the mind, just return to the heart. Return to the body. Open, expand. It may take a few attempts as awareness just touches against very painful feelings and then cannot quite get in there. Or you may find, curiously, you attempt to welcome grief and say this is the time and space now for grief to rise, only to find it is strangely totally absent. It's gone to hide because it doesn't feel safe to be seen. That is why repeated, constant discipline, space and meditation just upon this feeling encourages it to just come crawling out of its hiding space and into the light of awareness to finally be seen. Now we know the technique here, the practice. And if you find you have become very lost, which does happen, okay, we have to understand no right or wrong. This whole process will be mangled and chaotic by its own nature. So if you keep getting lost into trains of thought and there's still confusion, this is all part of it. All part of it. So if that does keep happening to you, remember to just run through. We just start with the breath always. So simple. We don't have to find cognitive solutions. Just run to the breath, straight to the breath. Then we expand into the body, awareness in the body. Is anything tight that I'm unconscious of? Then understanding unconditional love towards everything that you are aware of. And then welcoming all grief, all feelings, all emotions, all thoughts, everything. Anything that wants to be seen can be seen without judgment. Then applying that love to that, to whatever wanted to come up. That is the process of this meditation. Let's take some time here. I don't know how long it will be, as long as it goes. I'll fall to silence, and let's just take some time together to finally grieve. In a moment, we will be beginning to bring ourselves out of the formal aspect of the meditation. You may wish to sit a while longer with your preferred ambience or whatever, or just silence, and just sit with this a little longer, or you may wish to begin moving again. You may notice that if you are beginning to re-engage with the activity of the world, there can be some surges and swells after doing this meditation, just keep returning to the principles. We don't have to sit in formal meditation to do this. So moving into the informal aspect of this meditation, if you practice during daily life, I know this is challenging. It's easy for me to say this. I know it's not easy in practice, but through experience, when the surges and swells rise up, don't bury or avoid or tighten up or constrain. You may notice a tendency to want to run and go and hide somewhere, or strong emotions put you in a very protective kind of behavior pattern, aggressive, defensive, irritable, those sorts of things. Upon the first recognition that this feeling is there again, just don't panic. Just don't panic. Just breathe into it. Just everything we've practiced here today, just okay, so let's just try, and it's not always possible, I know, but just check, is it possible to just open? Is it possible to just expand, to allow for this, even whilst doing things, even while at work, even while driving, even while looking after kids? Is it possible to just recognize, oh, there it is again. Presence, just present moment only. There's no implications of anything, just this. This will develop emotional safety, a profound strength, the total strength, the absolute strength. If you can accept and welcome this, there is nothing left to threaten you on earth. I mean it. This is as rough as it gets. That will conclude the formal meditation here. If you're on this video for the advice and guidance on the meditation, that's all for that. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you are well today. I hope you are doing as well as you can today, and I just hope things are going in the right direction for you. I wish you all the very best. I wish you all the best in your healing, in your process, in your journey. Just to speak very briefly on some of the practical considerations around grief, just very briefly, just a few points, but these can be tricky, so that's why I say if you were just here for the meditation, then that's all. That's everything. Thank you, take care, be well, stay present. Just a few little, as we're here in this realm, as we're in the realm of the heart, just to speak on a few of the practical considerations and changes and things. I mentioned briefly at the start about other people just aren't going to get it, okay? And they're not going to. They're just not. And that's okay. That's just people being people. It can help to understand why they're not getting it. It's not because they can't get it, but it's because they won't get it. It's too painful. Your grief will inadvertently, through no fault of your own, trigger something in them, because everyone carries this deep wound within them. They just don't even know it. Most people don't even know it. Most people are repressing grief about many things that have happened over their life that they never addressed. We all do it. It's just fascinating. This is the shadow. People carry around grief from old relationships, breakups that they pretended they were fine with, whole periods of their life in which they were happy that drew to a close, and they just pretend everything's fine, and all up in the cognition, all up in the head, and never go to the heart. So most people are carrying around this heart of grief they never quite touch into. And so when somebody is actively grieving, is demonstrably grieving, is manifesting grief in it can be seen, it triggers that little grief core, and people don't want to even go there. They don't want to go near it. They don't want to touch it. And the mind draws its veils of delusion to say, oh no, I just don't get it. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know. That's why, essentially. And I say that because if you're suffering with that grief, you can feel very isolated, very lonely. You feel like there's something wrong with you. The reason you feel like there's something wrong with you is because the people around you seem incapable of accepting, acknowledging, loving, having any empathy or compassion. Bizarre. But now you know that's why that phenomena happens. That's why everyone shuts down and pretends to not know what to say. Oh, don't know what to do. Oh. That's why. It's because the mind has dropped its shutters, and it does that through delusion, illusion, cognition. Nope, not feeling that. Doesn't want to feel it. And we know why, because you've been feeling it yourself, and it's rough, isn't it? It's raw. So that's why. The old Latin phrase, insta kilnus invenitur, means you will find it in the filth. Horrible phrase, right? But it means you will find the diamond where you least want to look. Now, understand that this deep grief meditation that we do puts you in touch with this very deep core, this very deep pain. And most people never have the good fortune, the good luck to be able to access this. This will have remarkable beneficial effects on your life when you learn this emotional safety. You learn the ability to love every deep part of you. When you learn that. And so, the other thing, the final point, because people don't like to even consider grief or getting in contact with deeper emotions because it triggers their own repressed pain that they refuse to acknowledge. People get very funny if you need time alone. They don't like it. They get real weird about it. And just know, now you know why they're like that. So it's nothing wrong with you if you need time on your own. It's beautifully healthy to spend time on your own. There is a reason that monks, sages, holy people, wise people have taken time away from people for a long period of time, because it invites a deeper introspection. It invites deeper looking. Deeper looking. There is a reason for this. There is a reason why throughout history there's cultures of going on spirit journeys, go out into the wilderness, or go just to a quiet space in the forest to just sit and contemplate, reflect. But people as a whole don't like seeing this. And most often it's because they know they should probably do a bit of that themselves, but they refuse to. And no judgment, there's good reason for it, because it really hurts. We don't like doing things that hurt, simple as that. But it can help to know why people are like this. So when you're taking time to yourself to just grieve, to just mourn, you may sadly be on the receiving end of judgment about this. People say, there's no point dwelling. There's no point just wallowing in self-pity. Man, that infuriates me. Wallowing in self-pity, as if. Taking time to acknowledge and reflect on the pain in your heart is not wallowing in self-pity. It's not dwelling on things. It's healing. People. Anyway, that's all for this video today. Thank you so much for doing this practice with me today. I hope this video finds you well and in good health. I wish you all the best. Take care. Be well. Stay present.